You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. Have you ever felt that strange pull, like you're outgrowing your own life, but something inside keeps holding you back? That's not confusion. That's transformation knocking. The moment you release the version of yourself that's built on fear, doubt, and old stories, everything begins to shift. Stay with this, because your quantum change starts right there. 1. What a quantum shift really means. A quantum shift isn't just a spiritual buzzword. It's a profound transformation in your energy, awareness, and perception that changes the way you experience reality. In simple terms, it's the moment you move from who you've been to who you're meant to become. Think of it as jumping timelines, where you stop replaying the same patterns, thoughts, and emotions, and start aligning with a completely different energetic version of yourself. At its core, a quantum shift is about vibrational alignment. Every thought, emotion, and belief carries a frequency. When your vibration changes, the world around you begins to respond differently. You start attracting people, opportunities, and experiences that match your new energy. It's like tuning a radio. When you shift the frequency, the station changes instantly. The same applies to your life. When your frequency rises, your reality updates to match it. What makes a quantum shift so powerful is that it's not gradual. It's instantaneous on an energetic level. It might take time to see the outer changes, but the moment you decide to release the old energy, your internal reality transforms. You might notice sudden clarity, bursts of intuition, or a deep sense of peace. These are signs that your consciousness has already moved into a higher state of alignment. Imagine someone who's always struggled with self-doubt. One day they realize that this belief doesn't belong to them. It was something they learned, not something that defines them. In that instant of awareness, they experience a quantum shift. They begin thinking, feeling, and acting from confidence instead of fear. Life starts reflecting that new vibration back. Better decisions, deeper relationships, more aligned opportunities. A quantum shift doesn't require force or struggle. It begins with awareness and surrender. The moment you recognize that the old you was only a story, not your truth, you free yourself to step into your higher potential. From that point forward, life starts to flow instead of fight you. In essence, a quantum shift is a doorway, not to a different world, but to a different version of you who already exists. All it takes is the courage to let go of what no longer matches your highest frequency. 2. Why letting go triggers? Transformation. Letting go isn't about losing something. It's about making space for something greater. Most people try to change their lives while still holding tightly to the thoughts, emotions, and identities that belong to an older version of themselves. But real transformation can't happen in cluttered energy. The moment you release what's no longer aligned with your growth, whether it's an old belief, a limiting story, or an emotional attachment, you instantly open the energetic doorway for a new reality to take shape. Think of your life as a garden. If you never pull out the weeds, no matter how many new seeds you plant, they won't flourish. The weeds represent your outdated habits, fears, and memories. The parts of you that once served a purpose, but now block new growth. When you finally let them go, your inner soil becomes fertile again, ready to grow new experiences that reflect who you're becoming. Letting go also triggers transformation because it signals trust to the universe. You're declaring that you no longer need to control the outcome, that you believe life will guide you toward what's meant for you. This shift from control to surrender raises your vibration instantly. It moves you from resistance to flow, from fear to alignment. For example, someone might hold on to a relationship that no longer supports their growth because they're afraid of being alone. But once they release it, they rediscover their own energy, their creativity, confidence, and sense of peace. This act of letting go transforms them, not because they lost something, but because they finally stopped blocking the love and alignment that was waiting to enter. Transformation happens in the empty space that follows release. It's the silence after the storm where new clarity emerges. You start noticing synchronicities, fresh ideas, and opportunities that feel effortless, all because your energy is no longer tangled in the past. Ultimately, letting go is the activation key to your quantum shift. It's the moment you tell life, I'm ready to evolve. And the instant you do, everything within and around you begins to reorganize itself to match the frequency of your higher self. 3. Identifying the old self patterns, holding you back before you can truly step into your next level. You must first recognize the patterns of your old self that keep looping in your life. These patterns aren't just habits. They're deeply rooted emotional and energetic imprints that shape how you think, react, and make decisions. The old self is built from everything you've believed about who you are, what you deserve, and what's possible for you. It's like an invisible script you keep following, often without realizing it. To identify these patterns, start by noticing where your life feels stuck or repetitive. Do you attract the same kind of relationships? Do you constantly doubt your abilities? Do you find yourself procrastinating when new opportunities arise? These are signals from your subconscious showing you where you're still operating from outdated programming. The old self thrives on comfort and predictability, even when it's painful, because it fears the unknown more than it fears limitation. A helpful exercise is to ask yourself, what story do I keep telling about myself that no longer feels true? Maybe it's, I'm not confident, I'm always unlucky, or I don't deserve success. These stories are energetic anchors. As long as you keep identifying with them, you remain tied to the vibration of the past. And that's the frequency your outer world mirrors back to you. For example, if someone has always believed they're unworthy of love, they'll unconsciously attract people or situations that validate that belief. Once they recognize this pattern and consciously choose a new narrative, such as I am worthy of genuine love and respect, their energy shifts. New experiences begin aligning with that higher truth. Recognizing the old self isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. The goal isn't to fight who you were, but to understand that version of you was shaped by survival, not expansion. When you see your old patterns clearly, they lose their power over you. You stop reacting and start responding with intention. The moment you become aware of these unconscious loops, you gain the freedom to rewrite them. And that awareness alone, that spark of recognition, is often the very beginning of your quantum shift into the new you. 4. How attachment blocks new energy flow. One of the biggest reasons people struggle to experience real change is attachment. The emotional and mental grip we keep on what feels familiar, even when it's no longer right for us. Attachment can come in many forms, to people, memories, identities, outcomes, or even pain. It's not always about love or desire. Sometimes it's about the comfort of what's known. But the truth is, energy can't flow freely into a life that's already full of what you refuse to release. When you're attached to the old, you unconsciously tell the universe, I'm not ready for something new. You hold on to that job, that relationship, or that version of yourself because it gives you a sense of control, even if it's draining your spirit. But energy by nature is fluid. It moves where there's openness. The moment you cling to something out of fear or habit, your vibration contracts. You stop being a magnet for new opportunities because your energy is locked in the past. Imagine a river trying to flow through a dam. That's what happens when attachment builds up in your life. The water, your energy, stagnates. You start feeling stuck, uninspired, or emotionally heavy. You might even notice that no matter how much effort you put into manifesting or self-growth, things just don't seem to move. That's not because the universe is ignoring you. It's because your energy has nowhere to go. Letting go of attachment doesn't mean you stop caring or stop valuing what you had. It means you choose to release control over how things unfold. You allow life to rearrange itself naturally instead of forcing outcomes that no longer match your frequency. For example, when you stop obsessing over a lost opportunity, you make room for something far better, something that aligns with your current vibration rather than your past expectations. As soon as you loosen your grip, new energy rushes in. Inspiration returns, synchronicities appear, and situations begin aligning effortlessly. This is how energy works. It flows into space that's open and receptive. So when you find yourself holding on tightly, remember, every time you let go, you don't lose anything real. You simply create room for what's meant to find you. That's when transformation truly begins. 5. The science of frequency and vibration in personal change. Everything in the universe, including you, is made of energy that vibrates at specific frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs all emit measurable vibrations that interact with the energetic field around you. When people talk about raising your vibration or aligning with a higher frequency, they're really describing a shift in the way your energy communicates with reality. This concept isn't just spiritual, it's deeply rooted in both quantum physics and psychology. At a quantum level, energy responds to observation and intention. Scientists have shown that particles behave differently when they are observed, meaning consciousness plays an active role in shaping outcomes. Similarly, your inner world, what you think, feel, and believe, influences the energy patterns you attract. When your vibration is low, usually due to emotions like fear, anger, or doubt, you tend to attract experiences that match that frequency. When your vibration is higher through emotions like gratitude, joy, and self-belief, you start aligning with more positive, expansive experiences. You've probably felt this in your own life. Think about days when you wake up in a good mood. Everything seems to flow. People smile at you, opportunities appear effortlessly, and even small things go your way. That's resonance in action. Your frequency is harmonizing with your environment. Conversely, when you're stressed or stuck in negative thinking, you might notice constant friction, delays, arguments, or missed chances. Nothing changes externally until the internal vibration shifts first. The beautiful part is that frequency is malleable. You can raise your vibration through conscious practices, meditation, movement, gratitude, breath work, or even changing your thought patterns. When you shift your focus from fear to faith, from lack to abundance, your energy literally recalibrates. The electromagnetic field around your heart, which science confirms is thousands of times stronger than your brain's, starts broadcasting a new signal, attracting experiences that mirror your upgraded state. Understanding this connection between frequency and reality helps you take ownership of your transformation. You're no longer a passive participant waiting for life to change. You become the energetic architect of your own evolution. Once you truly grasp that your vibration shapes your reality, you'll see that every thought and emotion is a choice, and every choice is a vibration that creates your future. 6. Emotional release and its energetic effects. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings. They are energy in motion. Every emotion you experience carries a specific vibration that affects both your inner and outer world. When emotions like sadness, anger, guilt, or fear are suppressed or ignored, they don't disappear. They simply store themselves in your body and energy field. Over time, this emotional buildup becomes like static interference, blocking the natural flow of energy that fuels your growth and clarity. Releasing these trapped emotions is one of the most powerful ways to realign your vibration and accelerate transformation. Think of it like decluttering your emotional space. When you clear old energy, you free yourself from the past versions of you that were still attached to pain or trauma. It's not about revisiting the past endlessly, but about acknowledging what you feel, expressing it safely, and letting it go so new energy can enter. Have you ever cried unexpectedly after holding something in for too long and then felt lighter afterward? That's emotional release in action. The body and spirit are deeply connected. The moment you allow yourself to release the tension you've been carrying, your entire energetic system resets. Many people notice instant shifts, deeper breaths, clearer thoughts, a surge of creativity, or even synchronicities appearing soon after emotional release. Techniques like journaling, meditation, deep breathing, or mindful movement like yoga or dancing can help this process. Even something as simple as talking honestly with someone you trust can release layers of emotional resistance. The key is authenticity, allowing yourself to feel fully without judgment. When you do this, suppressed energy transforms into wisdom and clarity. From an energetic perspective, emotional release acts like removing heavy stones from a flowing river. Suddenly, energy moves freely again. You begin to vibrate at a lighter, more aligned frequency, one that naturally attracts better experiences and people into your life. Remember, emotional release isn't weakness, it's energetic purification. It's the body and soul working together to create space for your quantum shift. Each emotion you release frees you from the energetic density of the old self, allowing your new, higher frequency self to take the lead. And that's when true healing and transformation begin to unfold effortlessly. 7. Reprogramming the subconscious mind for alignment. Your subconscious mind is like the operating system running quietly in the background of your life. It holds your deepest beliefs, automatic reactions, and emotional patterns, most of which were formed in early childhood. In about 95% of your daily behavior is driven by these subconscious programs. That's why even when you consciously want to change, to think positively, manifest abundance, or attract love, your results often stay the same. The subconscious is still running the old code of who you used to be. Reprogramming the subconscious is the process of updating that inner script so it aligns with your higher self and present goals. It's not about forcing new thoughts. It's about consistently sending new signals until the old ones lose power. Think of it as rewiring your energetic and mental circuitry. When you shift these deep internal beliefs, your external world naturally follows. One of the most effective ways to reprogram the subconscious is through repetition combined with emotion. The mind learns through feeling, not logic. Affirmations, visualization, and gratitude work best when you don't just say them, you feel them. For example, repeating, "I am worthy of success" only works when you visualize yourself living that reality, feel the confidence in your body, and truly believe it in the moment. That emotional charge imprints the new belief deep into your subconscious. Another powerful tool is meditation and brainwave alignment. When you enter relaxed states such as alpha or theta, like just before sleep or right after waking, your subconscious becomes more open to suggestion. Listening to positive affirmations or guided visualizations during these times helps reprogram your mind effortlessly because the conscious filter is quiet. You can also reprogram through self-awareness, catching your automatic thoughts and choosing differently. Each time you notice an old pattern like "I always fail" and consciously replace it with "I'm learning and improving," you weaken the old belief's hold. Over time, these small rewrites compound into a total identity shift. Once your subconscious aligns with your conscious desires, life stops feeling like a struggle. You'll find yourself taking intuitive actions, attracting aligned opportunities, and feeling naturally confident without effort. That's when true quantum alignment occurs, when your inner programming finally matches the vibration of the future you're stepping into. 8. Daily habits that anchor. Your higher vibration transformation isn't something that happens once. It's something you sustain through consistent, intentional habits. The version of you who lives in a higher vibration doesn't just think differently, they act differently every single day. Small conscious choices made repeatedly are what anchor your new frequency into reality and prevent you from slipping back into old energy patterns. The first and most important habit is mindful awareness. Start your day by checking in with yourself. How do you feel? What thoughts are looping? And what energy are you carrying? A few moments of quiet reflection or meditation help you consciously choose the vibration you want to embody before the day begins. This simple act sets the energetic tone for everything that follows. Next is gratitude. Practicing gratitude daily, even for small things, instantly raises your vibration. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant. The more gratitude you express, the more your energy attracts experiences that match that feeling of appreciation and expansion. Movement is another essential habit. Energy needs motion. Whether you prefer walking, dancing, yoga, or breath work, moving your body helps release stagnant energy and keeps your vibration flowing freely. The body and mind are deeply connected. When you move with intention, you refresh both your physical and energetic states. Equally powerful is intentional consumption. Not just food, but everything you absorb. Pay attention to what you watch, read, and listen to. Uplifting music, inspiring content, and conscious social media choices can dramatically affect your frequency. Energy is contagious. Choose wisely what you allow into your field. Another daily practice is visualization and affirmation. Spend a few minutes imagining your higher self, how they speak, move, decide, and respond to life. Feel that energy fully. When you hold that vibration often enough, your subconscious begins to accept it as truth, and your outer world rearranges to reflect it. Lastly, self-compassion keeps your vibration stable. You're human. You'll have low days, doubts, and moments of resistance. Instead of criticizing yourself, breathe and realign gently. Compassion keeps your frequency open and fluid, while self-judgment closes it off. When you weave these habits into your daily routine, your higher vibration stops being temporary. It becomes your new baseline. You don't just visit your higher self anymore. You live as them. 9. Signs your quantum shift has already begun. Most people expect transformation to arrive with fireworks, a dramatic, unmistakable moment where everything changes at once. But in reality, your quantum shift often begins quietly, almost imperceptibly. It starts with subtle shifts in awareness, energy, and perception. Recognizing these early signs helps you trust the process instead of second-guessing your growth. One of the first signs is an inner restlessness, a feeling that the old ways of living, thinking, or relating no longer fit. You might not know what comes next, but you sense that something within you is evolving. This discomfort isn't a setback. It's your higher self urging you to release what's outdated. It's like your energy is outgrowing its current container. You may also notice detachment from old identities or relationships. People, habits, or environments that once felt aligned may now feel heavy or draining. This isn't rejection, it's energetic realignment. You're shifting toward frequencies that match your new vibration, and anything that doesn't resonate naturally fades away. Another powerful indicator is heightened awareness. You start observing your thoughts and emotions instead of being controlled by them. Reactions turn into reflections. You begin catching yourself before falling into old patterns. That's a major sign of quantum progress. Synchronicities often increase too. You might see repeating numbers like 1111, overhear conversations that directly answer your thoughts, or have opportunities appear just as you were thinking about them. These are signs that your energy field is syncing with the quantum flow, the universe confirming that you're aligned. Emotionally, you may feel a mix of lightness and uncertainty. Some days you'll feel deeply peaceful. Other days, everything might feel unfamiliar. This oscillation is normal. Your system is adjusting to new frequencies. Just as a body detoxes when healing, your energy field clears old density as you rise higher. Another subtle sign is shifts in intuition. You start trusting your gut more, making decisions that feel guided rather than logical. Your internal compass strengthens because your energy is no longer clouded by fear or old beliefs. Ultimately, the clearest sign your quantum shift has begun is this. You can no longer go back to who you were. Even if you tried, it wouldn't feel right. Something inside you has awakened, and that awareness alone is proof that your transformation is already in motion. 10. How to maintain your new energetic state. Long term. Once you experience your quantum shift, the next challenge is staying aligned with your new vibration. Transformation isn't a one-time event. It's a living frequency that needs nurturing. Maintaining this new state means consciously protecting your energy, honoring your growth, and continuing to choose alignment over old patterns. The first step is energy awareness. Pay attention to what expands you and what drains you. Environments, conversations, and even thoughts carry vibrations. If something feels heavy or chaotic, it's a sign your frequency is being pulled down. Instead of reacting, pause and reset. Through breathwork, meditation, grounding in nature, or simply withdrawing your focus from what doesn't serve your peace. Equally important is energetic hygiene. Clearing yourself regularly of residual emotions or energy you might pick up from others. Practices like journaling, salt baths, sage cleansing, or visualization, imagining golden light washing over you, help keep your field clear and strong. Just as you wouldn't wear the same clothes every day without washing them, your energy also needs cleansing to stay vibrant. Consistency is key. Continue your spiritual or self-growth routines. Gratitude, visualization, movement, affirmations, or prayer. even when you don't feel like it. These habits strengthen your energetic stability. Think of them as maintenance rituals that keep your frequency calibrated to the new you. Also, surround yourself with supportive energy, people, content, and experiences that inspire and uplift. When your environment mirrors your growth, staying aligned feels effortless. Conversely, when you engage too often with negativity or drama, your vibration naturally drops to match that frequency. Choose wisely what you allow into your energetic space. Most importantly, practice self-integration. As you evolve, old triggers or emotions might resurface, not to test you, but to remind you of how far you've come. Instead of resisting them, meet them with compassion. The more lovingly you handle those moments, the faster your energy stabilizes in its higher state. Over time, maintaining your new vibration becomes second nature. You stop chasing alignment and start being alignment. Life flows with more ease, your intuition stays clear, and you move through each day anchored in calm, confident energy. That's when your quantum shift stops being a phase and becomes your natural way of existing. Your transformation has already begun. Trust it, live it, and keep choosing your higher self every day. Affirm, I am ready for my quantum shift. Comment it below and claim your energy, pure quantum,